Tuna Johansson is living on borrowed time. She needs to raise $50,000 by the end of July to keep her bar open.
It's not going to close. I'm not even entertaining that thought. And that's why I'm still here. Because I have not for a second considered plan B. And there was a lot of people like, what's your plan B? What's your plan B? You have to think about that now. Look, when you're in the kind of trouble that I've been in, I don't have an ounce to spare for no plan B.
Sonny's bar has been in the family of Tuna's late husband, Sonny Balzano, since the late 1800s. Once an underground speakeasy, it's still a local institution in Red Hook. Tuna is fighting to stay open despite the skyrocketing cost of doing business in this gentrifying Brooklyn neighborhood.
This place is a giant battery charger for people. You come here and you charge your spiritual battery.
Soaring rents have led to for sale and for rent signs, multiplying on abandoned storefronts.
These are done?
Razor-thin margins left Chef Bill Telepan no choice but to close his restaurant in the Upper West Side last year. Despite its popularity, Telepan was operating at a loss due to rising costs.
See what he's doing?
He's now the executive chef at Oceana.
At Telepan, with the rising costs, I had to raise my prices, so I stopped becoming a neighborhood go-to restaurant, and then I became the neighborhood special occasion restaurant. So all this staff, you're only bringing in a certain amount of dollars per employee.
Telepan says he tried to save his restaurant, especially for his loyal clientele, but he was unable to cope with the cost of food, rent, and payroll. Beloved restaurants have shuttered their doors after falling into financial distress. Angelica Kitchen served a loyal vegetarian following in Greenwich Village for over 40 years before closing its doors for good in April. Longtime customers like Mazalit Ahim mourned the loss on closing night.
Faced some difficulties to adjust to the big cities, so my therapist told me you should go to Angelica's Kitchen, sit at the community table and meet some great people.
Cornelia Street Cafe, a hub for starving artists and beloved restaurant, gallery, and performance space, is desperately fighting this trend. Owner Robin Hirsch says the village has changed and is now unrecognizable from when the cafe opened 40 years ago.
We have nurtured the careers of thousands of people. I think that would be something that would be tragic to lose.
Hirsch says when Cornelia Street opened in the 1970s, the rent was $450. Today, with real estate taxes and increases built into his lease, he's paying $33,000 per month.
These real estate extortionists, just to use a polite term, are driving small business into the ground, if you will.
A lot of times shop owners are met with significant increases in rent and they have no recourse. The Small Business Job Survival Act that has languished in City Council for a number of years, unfortunately, would level the playing field. It would allow small businesses to demand up to a 10-year rent renewal.
It's a struggle Tuna knows all too well. She's raising money to buy the bar from the Balzano family, who would rather sell the valuable waterfront property. Because of its history, Tuna says she feels obligated to keep the bar open.
Sometimes you have to just take calculated risk, then bet that you're gonna get there. That is the willpower that you have to have.
Sonny's has been on the brink before, suffering major damage after Hurricane Sandy that closed the bar for almost a year.
It was a do-or-die situation. We had to be in business with a vengeance.
Spencer Davidson has been a regular at Sonny's for over a decade. He says he can't imagine the neighborhood without the bar.
But it just seems like, you know, another great institution's gone, and it just seems to be happening. Even though I've only been in New York for like 14 years or so, I'm already walking around places where I'm like, oh, I remember when this place used to be really good, or I remember when this bar was here. You know.
If rents continue to increase, neighborhoods will continue to lose beloved institutions, forever changing the landscape of New York City. For 219 West, I'm Tiffany Thomas in Red Hook.